whoa, 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 whoa. Is that a Rolex Daytona that you got on sale for $22,000 on eBay? No, that's fake news, man. This is not a Rolex Daytona. This is a Nick Offerman special. If you watch Parks and Rec, you'll know that Nick Offerman wears not this watch, but the Caliber 2100 Panda that came out before this with non-sapphire. This one has sapphire. Uh, we'll talk about that in a second. Did you guys buy watches on Black Friday? I bought two. Ladies and gentlemen of the congregation, this man needs an intervention. I bought two watches on Black Friday. Lord have mercy. And I thought that I was going to regret it, and I took them out of the box. This is one of them. I like them. Oh my God, I like my watches. They were both the same model, the Caliber 2100 with it's called a white dial, but honestly, in person, it looks more silver to me. This one has more pop than the other one. I'll show you the other one here. This is the gray model. The gray model is more conservative. By the way, I'm going to do a close-up of these two watches. I'll do a review in about a week. But this watch here, the gray watch, is the more conservative choice. And it's more legible. I mean, the white one, there's not a lot of contrast between the hands and the white dial, and that could be a deal breaker for some of you. I'm digging this watch. Oh my God. I don't care. I'm going to love it. The gray one is the more conservative choice. It's beautiful. I wore this gray one this morning. I was doing valet services at my daughter's elementary school, and I was wearing it. Ooh, yes. Oh my Lord. The detail. Well, so anyways, I got them both for $350 a piece, and they have sapphire. They have echo drive. They're 44 millimeters. The details. The bracelet is the quality of the bracelet. The detail. The sapphire. The echo drive, the comfort, they fit me right out of the box. No links are taken out. I have 8-inch wrists. I actually prefer the white one a little more. I mean, even though they're both Caliber 2100s, they're called the AV0050 series. They're pretty much the same watch, but they look totally different. I really wanted a watch with pop. All my dials were black, and so I'd like to do a review of that. And by the way, what I just said, I like the pop. This one's conservative. I wanted some pop because all my dials are black. Some people will go on a YouTube watch channel and they'll do something that I think is cheap. A cheap blow, a cheap insult. They'll just write first world problems. And I think using first world problems to dismiss someone, to denigrate someone, I think it's cheap. I think it's lazy. I think it's psychologically inaccurate. I think I would like to defend the watch community from the charge of indulging in first world problems. So any hobby that you have is by definition a first world pursuit. In life, you survive. And once you have all your survival needs met, if you have an intellect, and most of us do, if you have an intellect, then you pursue your interests, these hobbies, and it's natural. It's human hardwiring. It's not like, oh, first world problems. People, they have interests. We are hardwired to develop hobbies. There are people. Or you want to see this again? Ooh! Oh my God! What pop? Wow! The price. Oh, I'm so happy. Look how happy I am. Ah! So the hardwiring is for hobbies. Look. Some people are into coffee brewing, micro beer, craft beers, stamp collecting, knives, radios, photography, also, French pastry making, all types of cooking, wine. You have your sommeliers, you got your tech geeks. And we're all hardwired for that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's such an oversimplification to just sit in your bathrobe, need a hot pocket, and just write, be the social justice warrior, and just go first world problems. That's so lazy. It doesn't account for universal human psychology. And so I just think that my first argument to defend the watch community from the charge of first world problems is that we're all hardwired to pursue a hobby. The second argument I would make is that any time you start to gain knowledge of something, and some of you guys are unbelievable in your knowledge of watches, you blow me out. A gentleman who goes under the name of Chill Will, he was going downtown with his understanding of the different Seiko movements and even of the tuna quartz and how it had to be serviced. He knows specific stuff, and that's what happens when you're smart. You gain knowledge and you geek out. It's not a first world problem. My second argument is it's okay to geek out. It's kind of funny. We should be able to laugh at ourselves. You don't have to be the self-righteous, humorless social warrior and go on someone's blog and go, first world problems. It's so lazy. I'm really impressed with the amount of knowledge that people bear in the watch community. It humbles me, frankly. I mean, I know a few things about watches. I have an obsessive personality. But a lot of you guys go downtown. You know the history of the watches. You know the context. You know about the different types of movements and the service costs. And you know about crowns. You know about all this. It's unbelievable. You're not. It's not a first world problem. You're geeking out. It's cool to geek out. Did you know I listened to this unbelievable podcast about food? And I love the podcast. His name is Dan Pashman. And he has a podcast called The Sporkful. And it was unbelievable. He spent a whole hour debating with a very smart person. Her name is Julia Turner, and she's the editor of Slate magazine, and she does a podcast of herself called The Cultural Gabfest. And I'm a big fan of both Dan Pashman and Julia Turner. And you know what they spent an hour debating? Muffins. They talked about, can a muffin, they talked about the cakeification of muffins, turning them too sweet, making them desserts. They got into a debate on what the best ingredients were for muffins. Should a muffin have a giant ridge on top, and then the small part of the muffin below? And Julia Turner said, no, there should be no ridge. And they got into it. They were geeking out. It wasn't first world problems. These were two smart people who knew that what they were doing was kind of nerdy. And they knew there was some fun attached to it, but at the same time, they had a lot of knowledge of muffins and biscuits, and they brought their knowledge to bear in this debate. It was fun. I don't need some social justice warrior going first world problems because you're talking about muffins. That's not relevant to the human condition. Oh my God. Oh. What is this? A Rolex Daytona? That's fake news. All right. Anyways, I think my second argument is it's okay to geek out. My final argument is that when you geek out on watches or biscuits or muffins or knives or radios or coffee or shaving, ooh, I gotta shave, boy. You need to shave, son. It's not a first world problem issue. It's a boundary issue. I think sometimes we can let our hobby get the best of us. We can take it too seriously. A couple years ago, I was at a function, some kind of I don't know what it was. It was either an Easter function or it was some kind of family function. But there was a lot of people. There might have been like 100 people at my sister-in-law's house in Los Alamitos. And I was completely disconnected from the whole party. I had a notepad and a pen, and my watch obsession had just gotten the best of me. I think I had about 14 watches, and I was just making a list of my watches, the tiers, and the rotation. And I was actually miserable as I was doing it. I was uncomfortable. I was going, what is my rotation? What is my hierarchy? Should I sell this one and keep that one? And I was saying to myself, this is crazy. You've letting your watch obsession get the best of you. And you know what? That happens. That's part of having an obsessive personality. It's even part of having intelligence. The watch hobby is not all fun. You're not going to have fun with it every day. I know you want to have fun with it. It's a good escape from this crazy world. But sometimes it gets the best of you. I've seen it get the best of me. You don't want to be like me at a party, making a list and actually being conscious of being miserable as you write the list. Ooh. So, oh, by the way, wrist shot is good on this. Before I go, let's just do a wrist shot with a gray model. The gray model is more legible. It's more conservative. A lot of you might gravitate toward that one more. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. This is the gray model, much more conservative choice. I got these for $3.50 a piece. Thought I was going to sell one of them. Thought I'd flip one. I like the case. I love the bracelet. I love the detail. I love the sapphire. I love the Echo Drive. No worries. Let's see. Ooh, oh my goodness. So I like them both. I actually think I like the white silver one a little bit more. I needed some pop in my collection. That's a first world problem. Well, I'm just having fun with a hobby, man. I mean, if the world was full of social justice warriors saying first world problem every second, this world would be a miserable, joyless, humorless hell of a place, man. We need a little sense of humor sometimes. We need to be able to laugh at ourselves. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I had to be the watch obsession warrior and defend the watch obsession community from charges of being first world issue, overprivileged, spoiled, blah, 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 blah. I will not have it. I will not have that in my house. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I am out.